and welcome to Monday on Pagan Perspective Subs Week. This week we're talking about interfaith couples, so I brought along my boyfriend,
Brad,
to answer some questions about what it's like dating me, a Druid, and I will ask him some questions about him being an atheist. So what did you think when I first told you I was a Druid?
I was mostly just curious, like, what it meant to you, and what it meant in general. Like, and when I told you that I was an atheist, what did you think?
I was slightly concerned that you would be one of the I hate all religion atheists. There are some atheists that can be really have a very strong perspective when it comes to thinking people of religious belief as being like crazy or, you know, kind of derogative towards that belief. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to make sure that you would respect my practices and beliefs, and you did. So that was good.
Yeah. Obviously, religion can be used for evil, but it can also be used for great good to inspire people and to bring communities together.
What do you think about all the kind of pagan things that I've brought you along with, like doing the ancestor altar at Samhain or celebrating Yule this year with me? Has that been fun or kind of weird? Or
I mean, like some of it, like I don't fully understand the rituals, so I don't know how to contribute. But like the Samhain altar, it just was meaningful to me because it was, you know, thinking back on family of mine that have passed away, and just like a really cool tradition. My parents were really touched as well.
Yeah. I didn't know how to answer your parents' questions about like the ancestor altar and being a pagan. They were very like nice about it. Mm-hmm. But I was also like, oh, maybe I don't know how they'll react.
Yeah, I mean, like a part of them just being curious is that my babysitter caretaker as I was growing up was Wiccan, and she was just really intuitive with animals, and so and we all loved her.
What role does being an atheist play in like your life?
To me, like a lot of Republicans claiming Christianity is on their side, and how they use it against women and against science, and to me it's more kind of standing up to that, and that how I believe that the burden of truth is on the believer, not on the non-believer.
So good.
I think it would be really nice if there was an afterlife and some creator was out there like watching over me, but I have no evidence that is the case, so I just will live my life like day by day with the people that I have in my life while I'm alive. So,
which is beautiful. Yeah. And I think pagans really value life, and like, you know, Druidry, you live to serve your community and grow as a person for now, not just for some afterlife or to be rewarded. Like the reward is the beautiful world that we live in now. Mm-hmm. So I think that blends really well. How blended do you think like our relationship will become with my Druid practices and your atheist beliefs? Like, do you see any changes in how we kind of handle that mix?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on how you want me involved. I mean, there's plenty of things like in nature with like my understanding of permaculture and those things like that obviously can blend quite easily with the some of the traditions, but like the, you know, exact like rituals and words, like I'm not sure. And obviously I don't know much about them.
Yeah.
To know how that could mesh.
I kind of like that we're very easygoing about it. That sometimes I'm doing something and I feel like, oh, maybe Brad will enjoy this, and I invite you and you kind of decide whether it's something that you want to be a part of or not. And like I invited you to Beltane, and I was like, yeah, Brad will be a part of ritual, and then I got there and I was like, nope, that's weird. I can't quite do that. Can you go sit over there? Yeah, you were a good sport about it and just kind of observing from the side. So I know we haven't talked about this question before. If we had kids, how do you want to broach the topic of religion with?
Let them choose basically, and just teach them about the history of lots of different religions and.
But I don't think it's a good idea to force religion on kids. I think they need to experience and discover a lot of different things before they decide whether or not to pursue religion.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of religion is community and tradition, and like some of it, like if you don't force it, then they will never get attached to it, which I think is fine. Like I could see like one of our children like wanting to be a part of a community of a friend, and then joining their church. If that's the only reason that they're joining that group, I would just personally wish they could find community in other places just as easily.
Right. Would you have any advice for some other couple who has different religious beliefs?
I mean, obviously, how strong those are obstinate they are can greatly affect that. Like if you believe that everyone that isn't part of religion is going to hell, like
that's a really tough one to get over.
Then that's
yeah. I think both of you have to be really flexible about traditions and practices, and at the same time be protective of your own, like be protective of what you know is really important to you. Like there are some things that I need space to do with things on my own, and you were really awesome about letting me set up an altar when we moved in together. And if I didn't have that space, I think that would be really hard on me.
It's also just our personalities. Like I'm moderately introverted, moderately extroverted. Like but we both need like some time alone to recharge from people in general, and just like we're both like to be independent, and that just kind of ties together. Like there definitely are couples that are kind of codependent, and then having that space to have that difference can be harder.
Yeah, and we don't face the same like parent or family pressures that some couples face. Like my parents are Catholic, but they don't expect us to have a Catholic wedding or, raise any future kids as Catholics. Like they're okay with the choices I've made. And your parents seem really curious about what I do and don't seem like they have expectations on that religious front.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like both of our parents are the same religion that we are.
Yeah.
So like they're not expecting too much, and they're obviously happy that we're happy in general.
Yay. Thanks for doing the video with me. You're so great.